Hi, in this tutorial we are going to solve a question related to alkenes. The first part of question, it asks us draw the structure of 4E 2,4-dimethyl 1,4-hexadiene, and in the second part of the question it asks you name the following alkene according to IUPAC rules. Let's start from the first part. In the first part it asks us to draw this molecule, and let's look at this molecule. This is hexadiene, so it's a dialkene and it is an hexane, so we have to draw skeletal structure with 6 carbon long. 1, 2, let's draw better. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon long, an open chain, and let's number the carbons because it will help us to draw the structure correctly. So this is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, 5, and 6. The question says that it is 1,4-hexadiene. We have 2 double bonds, and the double bonds are at the first position and at the 4th position. So let's place a double bond between first and second, because this is number 1. And we have to place a double bond between 4 and 5. So this is the second double bond. Okay, this is 1,4-hexadiene, and also we have 2 substituents on this structure. We have 2 methyl groups, and the positions are 2nd and 4th. So let's place up arbitrarily, and at the 4th up, but we don't know whether actually up or down. We are just starting with an initial guess, and the structure has to be 4E. 4E means this double bond between 4 and 5 should have E structure or E isomer. This has to be E isomer. At the first one we cannot have cis trans or easy because we have 2 hydrogens on the same carbon, so we cannot have cis trans or easy. For easy system we should have more than 2 substituents around double bond, and the priority group has to be on the opposite sides for E, antagon or anti or trans configuration. So let's look at around this double bond the priorities. Let's write with a different color. So in this in this carbon 5, let's place here we have a hydrogen. We are drawing here explicitly the hydrogen, and we have to compare hydrogen to methyl. Which one has high priority? Methyl has high priority. Let's write here high priority, and hydrogen has to be low priority. Let's look at around carbon 4, the ranking of groups. We have here a methyl group, and here we have like more than 2 carbon alkyl group, so definitely this group will be high priority. Let's say high priority, and this has to be low priority. And if you look at the substituents around carbon-carbon double bond, high priorities are on the opposite and low priorities are on the opposite sides. So this is actually a trans, or we don't say trans for more than 2 substituent alkene system. This is E. So basically this drawing is correct for this naming. Let's move to the second part of the question. In this at the second part it asks us name the following alkene according to IUPAC rules. Let's look at, so what are the IUPAC rules? Let's remember, according to IUPAC we have to find the longest chain for the alkenes, and then we have to start from the end nearer to double bond, and we have to include in our longest chain the double bond. So definitely we have to start from right end. So this has to be number 1, 2, 3. Let's go for 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 is the longest chain, so this is going to be an octane. And since we have a double bond, it has to be an octene. and we double bond starts at the second position, so it has to be 2-octene, and we have two substituents. Let's look at 4 and at 7. At 4, let's circle it. This is the substituent, and this is an ethyl substituent. And at 7, here we have just one carbon, which is a methyl substituent. So let's write the name, but don't forget, if we have a double bond, we might always check whether we have a cis or trans isomer for the given structure, or E or Z isomer. And let's write here explicit hydrogens around carbon-carbon double bond. We have here one hydrogen, so definitely we have 1, 2, and 3 substituents. Hydrogen is not considered a substituent. We have 3 substituents around double bond, so we cannot have cis trans. We can have E or Z system. Which one, E or Z? We can decide based on priorities. Again, methyl hydrogen, so methyl has high priority, and methyl versus a longer alkyl chain, this part has high priority, and high priorities are on the opposite side, so this is again an E isomer. So let's start writing the name of this molecule. So we have to start with parenthesis. This is E, but where is the location of E? 2. So we have to say that 2E, but if you don't say 2 also, we have just one double bond here. That's going to be correct. So dash. Let's start with the substituent. We have ethyl and methyl. Alphabetically, ethyl, the first letter E comes before methyl, M. So we have to say 4-ethyl. So let's write 4. The first letter is capital. 4-ethyl. Then we have dash 7-methyl. Then dash the position of double bond 2, and this is an octene. So we have 8 carbon, and it is an octene, and we have 2 substituents, ethyl and methyl, 4 and 7 position, and we have E isomer at the second double bond position. So we have 2E, 4-ethyl, 7-methyl, 2-octene. Thank you so much for watching.